It's been a few days since the release of Spider-Man No Way Home, and so far the reception for this movie has been nothing but great. Fans have been extremely excited to see the old villains return to cause havoc to Peter Parker once more, as well as seeing Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire reprise their roles as Spider-Man. Currently the movie holds 94% on Rotten Tomatoes and 99% for audience score. So at this time, we can safely say that this film has been a huge success. Now we want to look at what is next for the Spider-Man franchise. Let's talk about it. So we know that Tom Holland is returning for another 3 Spider-Man movies after No Way Home in a separate trilogy. This gives us a lot of room to speculate about what could be coming soon. One thing that I thought No Way Home presented well was the outro to the film. It wasn't a short 3 or 4 minutes where they quickly wrapped up the story. They spent a good 10 to 15 minutes exploring the aftermath of what happened for the last 2 hours and what it does for the characters. We see Peter go and try and talk to MJ and explain everything, however decides not to once he sees what a good place she is in. We see Peter go into his first apartment, which looks very similar to how it does in the Spider-Man PS4 game. And then we also see Peter build his own comic-accurate Spider-Man suit. I think that the focal point of Spider-Man 4 will be Peter, MJ and Ned heading off to MIT, and we will see Peter try and slowly talk to them and become friends with them again before revealing his identity. Maybe in some way MJ and Ned will be able to remember who Peter is. Somehow Peter could reverse the spell that Strange did, and therefore everyone would remember him. His new suit that he built will be what he wears throughout these movies, and it will be very refreshing to see Tom Holland's Peter Parker use a proper Spider-Man costume that has no Stark tech involved. Although this will be set in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, from the way that No Way Home ended with everyone forgetting who Peter Parker is, I think this trilogy will be a classic Spider-Man movie without any other Marvel cameos. This is not bad at all, and we will get to see Tom Holland really get a movie to himself to explore the character. In terms of villains for the next movies, I think it's pretty safe to assume that Venom will be taking this role after the post-credit scene of No Way Home, when a Venom symbiote was dropped for the floor. With Tom Hardy's Venom returning to his world after Strange's spell, it looks as though we won't be seeing Peter fight that version of Venom. What is likely to happen is that Eddie Brock in their universe also goes to MIT, and then he finds the symbiote and then fights Spider-Man that way. There is also another awesome theory surrounding the end of No Way Home and the villains for the next trilogy, but that deserves its own video. Another speculated character is Miles Morales. This is when Sony might think of bringing Miles Morales to the big screen in live action, and him joining Peter Parker at MIT and going under Spider-Man's wing. Perhaps because Peter has lost everyone and is alone, Miles Morales is his first friend he makes in the film. This would be cool, but I personally want to see Miles Morales get his own movie and even possible trilogy, but this could be his first appearance, perhaps. Thank you all for watching today's video. Let me know in the comments below what you think the future of Spider-Man will be. Have a good day everyone.